We'll have
background
to
music.
discuss that one with Dave.
There we go. I got background
I
music.
was just making an exotic glaive, and that's about it.
Again, you can't do that because the first glaive was introduced by the darkness.
Oh, dang it, turn down. There we go.
I'll make my own version of a glaive.
You know, okay, real quick, I'm gonna hate on the Destiny storyline, Dave, and
Let's
you're
hear it.
gonna agree with this as soon as I say it. How the fuck did nobody in the Destiny universe think of putting Blade on stick?
I have no fucking clue. The Elixni do it. I just realized that the Elixni fucking do it.
And yet it took us how many years?
I mean, we have Schwad.
Sword is
but-
different than
Sword.
sword is different than
No,
glaive.
no. Hold on. Here's the thing. If you put a professional pikeman and a swordsman against each other, pikeman will win almost every time.
Oh, yeah, because of the range.
Oh, this is gonna be cool.
Also, Dr. Pepper, Coke, Mountain Dew, or Fanta?
For Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, remember.
Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper.
Babe.
I removed the arms of my chair because
Why?
reasons.
Okay.
Oh god, I can't type. How embarrassing. There we go.
He got a new chair.
I know that much. It's just
That was 3 seconds ago.
I'm not sure why you're removing the arms because they should just be able to.
Because I have to have my desk at a certain height in order to have the chairs or have the chair at a distance that I'm comfortable sitting at.
And the arms hold the chair back away
And
from the desk.
well, the arms aren't like adjustable.
No,
Actually,
not really.
mine aren't in this one.
they are adjustable, but not enough.
But I can't take
Not
mine
in the
off.
way that they need.
Ah, there we go.
I'll just put my
Because-
footrest out.
Because mine are actually pretty adjustable, like as far as like moving them up and down.
Yeah, mine move up and down as well, but even with them down all the way,
They're
Oh, no,
what
it
is
just-
called poorly positioned.
yeah.
Sorry. I
Sounds
shouldn't
like a
have.
desk issue rather than a chair issue.
Yeah, this-
Thank
Well, the
you.
fun fact is that she can raise or lower her desk, but guess what? She doesn't want to do that.
I have been doing that.
Doesn't sound like it.
What kind of desk?
I'm gonna call you out.
I keep forgetting everybody else has a normal desk. I have a workbench that is a desk.
This is
Bitch,
just
I do not have a normal desk. I'll be straight up fucking honest with you on that one.
What's your
Yeah,
issue?
she's short. She had to get the baby sized.
Oh, thank you.
Thank God I'm
I'm just
recording
running
this for
just, like,
evidence.
a basic like metal and wood like desk. There's nothing remarkable about it. No adjustable
how do
features.
you know this was a
no
Christmas-
bullshit.
this was a Christmas gift, technically.
I mean, mine's somewhat normal. It's just the fact that my grandpa made it for me.
See, that has sentimental value, and that's why you keep that.
That's cool. That's cool, though. That's a little, but that's above normal because you had your
Yeah, that's
grandfather make it for you. It's handmade. That's cool.
Mine's made by a dog.
Mine's made by a
Explain.
crippling alcoholic.
It says Husky on it.
Oh, husky.
That's a brand.
I know. That's why I said mine's a workbench. It's actually a actual workbench with drawers in it. And I'm like, yeah, I can raise it up. I can lower it down. I just put a drill, a tip on it on the drill, and I just put it
I
in
thought you
the
were
end.
gonna
It's
say
a,
dilbit.
Wait, I'm sorry. What?
I swear
That's-
to God, I thought he was going to say a dilbit.
no, this is actually, it's not even a bit. It's a end-to-end piece, and it fits right in the handle where the handle's supposed to go. So I just put it on a drill bit or on a drill, and I just up and back
Hi
down.
there, Sonny. Would you like a dilbit? Why are you laughing at that?
Because I can.
We're children. Do you really expect us to not laugh at it?
Anybody
A
who's
little bit.
listening to the stream, I do not know why my chat screen is not working in my.
Oh shit!
Software.
You're streaming.
Yeah, I told you guys a while ago. I said I'm starting to
You
stream.
didn't see the Discord alert?
Well, in my chat screen on OBS is not working.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Matrix. I got some more ships and
Oh my god, Twitch works on my PC again.
fucking World of Warships.
I updated that on my
I will be back
laptop so I
shortly. I'm
could
gonna
actually
grab
use
some
it there
water.
if I wanted to, so I could actually lay in bed and play it now. I'm just like, I'm gonna set it up in here and play it in bed because I'm tired and I'm gonna watch a movie at the same time. Screw y'all. Even though I can set my chair back and put my legs up on the footrest part of it, I don't want to. Actually, I'm gonna put the footrest out now so I can put my leg up on it though. There we go. Ugh. 'Cause I want to
But yeah, can you see?
I'm blind.
I know you're blind, but
I don't know what you're talking about.
There, I'll mute it down so it doesn't come through. Although I don't care. Actually, what in the hell? The hybrid ship.
Yeah, it is.
Look at that badonkadonk on that thing, man. Holy shit.
She launches torpedo bombers.
Yeah, she's launching something off of there. That's the
I
party
mean,
deck.
This one also has a badonkadonk.
Yeah, that's a party ship. Oh, that's not so
Mhm.
much. That's a cruise liner.
It claps when it walks.
Have you come across another
Getting
ship
the
yet?
string band.
Yeah.
Huh?
Have you come across another ship with the accuracy as that? Which one was it again? The
This
one
one?
where- is it that one?
Yeah,
Have-
the super accuracy.
Yeah. Have you found another ship similar to it yet, or at least
Nope.
Dang. I was hoping there was another one out there. So, then maybe I could afford eventually.
I mean, tone is actually super cheap.
Yeah.
Um,
Bills. As is what I got. My wife already set aside to do, so I'm like, yeah, I'll do that, and then I'm not doing anything else for a while.
I mean, fair. But when I mean cheap, like, I legitimately mean that she is surprisingly cheap.
I'm not cheap.
So 11,300. You'd have a coupon.
Okay, why did my ODBS just... Am I still streaming? Okay, oh,
Yeah.
okay, it still shows it on here. It
Well, I
minimized
got
and
you
then
pulled
it
up on
locked.
Twitch, so I'm watching it.
Yeah, it minimized and nothing was happening. Like, audio levels weren't moving or anything for a moment. I'm like, why is it doing this? Please stop. Oh, now
so
my
the grand total after the coupon would be basically 8,500 for it. That is just a little bit over 35 bucks.
That's gas money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but considering some of the ships in here at base price,
I've been trying to get my dad to play some other games so he'd stop getting into things and causing problems. I said, hey, what about World of Warships? He's like, huh?
Yeah.
I think he'd like it.
hey,
Although,
I mean, it's not bad.
I got him onto a train simulator, so at least he would play with trains.
I return.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
What is that ship? Or is that a sub?
Yeah.
Ooh. I was like, dang, man, that thing's sitting low in the water. Is that Yeah, it is a sub. From the front, it looked weird. I thought it was just a boat. Regular boat, not submersible. Nice paint job.
Yeah. I'm half tempted to put it on it.
Doesn't look bad. Still fun when somebody tries to hide with those. They submerge, and it's like, I can still see you. Even without anything. Because the water changes and shifts around, and I'm like, I can still see you. Also, just determining which way they're going to go. Just fire there. I'll hit them something, maybe.
That's why I use it in co-op and such like that. Because I'm just slowly grinding this fucking tree out.
Grind. Let's all become VTubers. I don't want to do that. I don't I can't.
Huh?
Let's all become VTubers. Everybody looks at Star.
Hey!
I look at Star. I have an avatar I can use, but I do not want to do that anymore.
Yeah, that's fair. That's
I
fair.
know what avatar that is.
I'd have to take the Russian accent back and use it for somebody else, and I'm not doing that again. I mean, it was fun getting yelled at or screamed at by people, but I'm kind of done with doing that. Thank you. And it wasn't bad screaming, it was excited screaming, and I'm like, what the hell are you screaming at? Oh. Phew, I thought I was in trouble. What did I do?
Victor returns.
Viktor Nikiforov. I am the ice skater. Would you
Oh
like
god, I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna hate it.
photos? Don't
You're just
die.
waiting on Mercer to come back?
Yep, I think so.
I've been here.
Yeah,
Oh.
Mercer's been there.
Bitch!
Oh, no. Then we're waiting on you two to get into roll 20. So we can get started.
I was trying to deal with stuff on Twitch because I apparently got a message that I don't know the person whatsoever.
Who is the person?
Yes.
Emily Daniel X.
I
That's
also got a message from somebody. Lucy Antoniev.
Those are bot accounts. Delete it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bot,
yeah,
they
very
are
much-
bot accounts
yeah, I
because
just-
I've
I
gotten
just-
them.
Yeah, I just saw the account created date.
Yeah.
I can't tell how you can see the account creative date.
Sometimes if you pull up certain
Real
information.
quick, by the way, don't fucking open their profile. There was a case a long time ago where they had fucking basically like Trojanware that could literally just jump into your account just by looking at their profile.
I
just
looked
saying.
at their profile.
Yeah, just saying.
You should be fine. It's
Yeah, I mean, most
I blocked them.
Most virus software can pick that stuff up nowadays.
Oh,
Yeah.
let me switch this.
Oh no,
screen.
this one was actually just a few months ago.
And then
it wasn't
switch
that
the
long.
screen. Oh, I didn't turn on. Oops. I messed up here. I need to turn that on. There we go. Yes. If anybody's catching these streams, yes, this is where you can go to find the past ones. There we go. I'm so. No, if anybody catches these streams, you can catch them on the YouTube channel here. It'll look like that. That's just me, but mostly this is, you'll find past episodes in the playlist of our D&D sessions, and I do other things in there, so if you're interested, you can look at those if you want. Have fun with it. You got questions, comments, or queries, and if it's a complaint, forward the complaints to @BlueVisor at Comcast.com.
I'll get back to you in 4 to 7 business years. I also make no guarantees that I will ever respond.
See?
Nor the response being polite.
And sorry.
Oh no, the response will be my security voice of "Why are you messaging me?"
Yes, it better be bloody important. But no, yes.
Somebody may follow me in chat. Okay.
Yes. But there are links in both the YouTube and Twitch. So if you're in Twitch right now, you can actually go down below. You'll find all these jokers in there who are streaming currently. And you can go to them, click on their little notification icons. So when they stream, you can find out what they're doing and causing problems with. Specifically Star. But,
Excuse the fuck out of you.
I'm just picking on somebody today. Give it a second.
I mean, fair that I am a little shit.
See?
I kind of will be a problem, so you're not wrong about that.
Yeah, see? We're all some kind of problem in here, so it's okay, If you wish to help us keep the lights on in here, mostly, pay for the damages that Star does, there is a Patreon, so, we're still looking for the vase that she broke that we know is missing, and we found shards of it, so please, if you could.
That wasn't me.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, and there's Sort of Bar Podcast, another group that does Transformers, if you're interested in that stuff. And this will technically be our last session for this year. Whereas the new year, we're starting up again on that Friday. At the same time, it's 4 p.m. Pacific because I don't want to do the math for everyone else, so you figure it out. So,
Okay.
yeah, I'm being lazy now. I will turn it over to Dave, who's going to talk about Velvet Fae. Not a sponsor.
Not at all. But hey, we appreciate them all the same because they made the books that we are playing with. So, if you're interested in checking out these books at velvetfangames.com/dndestiny, go ahead, check them out, download them. It's free. And if you want to, join their Discord, check out what they're doing. They're always having new discussions, and they're actually, at the moment, they're trying to put together like a MMO D&D campaign. It's kind of an ambitious little project. They're trying to put together a number of DMs and trying to create an MMO kind of universe. So if you're interested in checking out what they're doing, go ahead and show them some love. But for now, I have to do this because I have not been able to do this in quite a while because I got to give someone PTSD.
Oh, Jesus.
How many dice do you have?
That's just my
Enough.
personal bag. I have another bag that's got a lot more in it.
Hang on.
He's got enough. That's all you need to know.
Yes.
There we go.
How many dice do you have?
He has enough. That's all you need to know.
And see, most of mine are in this skull jar that I just keep sitting on my desk, and it has a random hodgepodge of dice too. So we both, the life of DMing. We keep dice on hand.
I'm
Dice
not even
goblins.
a DM, but I have I'm starting to amass a collection of dice.
Welcome to the Dice Goblins.
So yeah, Dave does it better. He has a nice mat. Mine, I don't have my thing out to do it. So.
Well, no, this isn't like this is a leather kind of a dice tray that I have. I don't really care for it all that much. I kind of want to get something better, but it's serviceable and does what I need it to do. So
Okay, I hear you. All right. It's a good thing I've already been looking at stuff. So.
Okay. But it has been a while. So when we last left everyone, they were on a mission to infiltrate the Almighty, a massive weapon, Cabal weapon, over the sun. And after some careful infiltration with a Cabal cruiser that they managed to snag from a previous encounter, choosing a more stealthy approach, they did manage to sneak in, eliminate anyone who was able to reach an alarm in time, and was able to plant the charges successfully and disable its weapon system, and was able to sneak back out without any issues. So after successfully disabling its massive weapon, the team returned back to Earth and returned to the farm. And after a night's rest and a little bit of a reprieve after such a careful mission, Elias went to go check the radio tower for signals to see if there was anything new, and he did happen to catch a signal, a radio broadcast coming from Titan. That was Commander Zavala rallying other Guardians to his location. And it's just a repeating message. It wasn't like a broadcast from the commander himself. But Elias knows that he's got a rally point and more Guardians will likely be going to Titan on account of the message. So, everyone's gotten a rest in. We've all had a night's sleep. You're starting to wake up in the morning. At the moment, it's fairly quiet. There's some distant footsteps of guardians on patrol. But for the moment, it's quite peaceful as you begin to wake up. And who would like to actually begin waking up first?
I know I'd probably be the last one to wake up because I was up at the
You
tower.
went to bed last, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, understandable.
Diablo is probably going to be the one waking up first, begrudgingly, because she's like, sometimes it takes her a while to wake up.
Well, I mean, you could just be like waking up and laying in bed.
Yeah. Diablo's gonna do that. She's gonna just wake up and just like and kind of stare at the ceiling for a little bit. I would assume that she's in her own private quarters, so
Yeah,
because she doesn't really
you've
like.
got a little room off in the distance.
Okay, because she doesn't. She has her helmet off because she doesn't like sleeping. She doesn't like resting with her helmet on unless necessary.
Mm-hmm.
So she's just gonna wake up and kind of lay in bed for a little bit. Rolling around in her head the events of the past little while, trying to make sense of everything. And she's gonna ask Polaris, "What do you think of the group that we ended up with?"
Well, they're capable. I mean, we were able to execute that last mission quite successfully.
I can agree with that.
And I wouldn't have thought we would have been able to pull off a stealth approach like that.
Honestly.
I mean, I'd say they're capable guardians as well as anyone else. Their mission, though, and kind of what they're up against, before all this, what they were talking about, it. I must admit, it does sound just a little far-fetched, but I mean, if it's true that the Ahamkara are involved, then this might be a lot more dangerous than I think even they realize.
Agreed.
I mean, they probably know that even really better than we do, considering what they've been up against, but still, it does present a number of problems.
That it does.
Do you intend to continue to stay with this group?
On one hand, I do have the urge to strike out on our own like we have been the past long time. But I feel like the world is changing. We can't. I don't think it would be smart to be off on our own with all these dangers. It's better to have a good group to stick around with.
At least until the matter is settled.
Mm. Very true.
I mean, once we deal with the Cabal and assuming we can get everyone else's light back, I mean, we can kind of go back to the ways things used to be, if that is what you want to do.
I do want to go back to where the things we have been doing. At the same time, it feels nice.
I know you could probably miss the Crucible, but still, this is kind of nice. We haven't exactly had many friends around us for a while. And this is a pretty unique group.
They seem like good people. I think that alone is what makes me want to stay. Is that they seem like a good group of people, decent at least.
Still, we should be on guard for whatever this Ahamkara situation is.
No, 100%. If I remember any of my histories.
Well, if you have any questions, just feel free to ask. I can probably fill in some of the gaps for you.
Yeah. I don't got any questions at the moment.
Very well.
With that, Diabla gets up and she does a few stretches in order to get her uh, limbs limbered up, for the lack of better words.
And Polaris is just kind of floating about. He's kind of motioning and moving over to the door. Or, excuse me, sorry.
Okay.
Yep. So she's floating over to the door. Well, shall we go see what's going on for the day?
Oh, might as well. Diablo puts her helmet on and follows Polaris out the door.
All right. With that, who will be next?
Guess that would be me.
All right, Theo. Theo, how'd you sleep last night?
All right. Plenty of things on the mind.
So Nova will kind of nudge you as you're slowly waking up and just, hey, time to get up.
Give me a bit. Dealing with a lot recently. Well, more than
Yeah,
usual.
war kind of does that to you.
It's definitely different from the Crucible, I can say that much. At least there it's fun.
Yeah. And this is unlike any war we've fought before. That's unfortunately true. We've always had our backs up against the Traveler, and that was pretty much the wall that we always needed. Now we're out here.
Yep. Here in the front lines, once again.
And this is still different, because they have our home, and now we have to fight to go back in.
At the very least, we most likely will find a way back in. It's just a matter of when.
No, we have our light back. I mean, why don't we just go in ourselves, be the tip of the spear?
Although that would be ideal. I mean, I'm typically all for it, but we are facing an entire army.
Sorry.
Yes, but we also have our light back. And after we just successfully took down their big old weapon in the sky, I mean, why
Yeah.
can't we why can't we go in there and put one right in the Gaul's skull?
I mean, it's most definitely that we've dealt a significant blow to them as it is, so we should most likely kick them while they're down, to say.
Well, the Cabal don't show any mercy, and all they know is to advance. So we just give them a taste of their own medicine.
Yeah. Well, I feel like with everything that has happened already, it is probably best to take a bit of a breather every once in a while.
Perhaps, but we shouldn't take too long. They're amassing more forces, and no doubt they've probably heard what we've done to their big weapon. Chances are that they're going to be fortifying their positions inside the city the longer we wait.
Yeah, which that just means we have to prepare an equal.
Again, we be the tip of the spear, right?
Yeah, and hopefully we have the gear for it.
Well, if there is anything missing, I guess this is the time to figure that out.
Well, to my knowledge as well, some of the soldiers are still lacking a weapon, so we would need to supply them with something so that they can also fight.
Nova kind of like moves in a little bit closer to you. Well, I understand what you're trying to do. You can't supply the entire army, and some of them should actually have their own weapons anyway.
I mean, I don't plan on supplying all of them. That would just simply take too long for one.
So,
Just
how
enough.
many are you planning to build?
I'd say most likely enough to provide some form of defensive measure. You know, like invasions against the Cabal if they try to invade here again. At least then, some of the other guardians and potentially some of the citizens could defend themselves. Since we are only a few that have our power back, and if we are away and things go bad,
I
it's
can
better to have
appreciate
them.
the idea and the gesture, but we still need to talk about logistics. How many?
I guess of whatever we can really find. At most, probably a dozen or two.
Well, how about I phrase it this way? How many can you make in a day?
If I focus on nothing more, I would say, well, if we're talking at my peak, I'd say probably roughly 2 to 3 dozens. Though that's also taking into account I have all the materials needed.
Well, that's about the time we're really going to have to devote to this. So let's go check on the materials, see if we got everything we need, and let's get started.
Better now than never, and crafting is probably the best point of easy breeze for me.
All right, so with that, was there anything else that you wanted to do before you began?
Well, I'd probably at least make sure I have. Well, actually, I don't think I really have much in the way of tools with me, so probably just going over
You
to
have
see
your
if they.
portable one, didn't you?
Yeah, I thought you had a like a portable toolkit that you can work with.
I thought that
A
was Star.
portable forge.
That Star has a portable one.
Oh.
Mine was stationary.
Well, I know it was one of you two had one. The
Yeah,
two
one
of you
weaponsmiths of the
chucklefuckers.
group.
Yeah, because
The two weaponsmiths of the group.
Star has a portable one. Mine was stationary, but bigger and probably more efficient, but it's stuck in the bar.
So,
Well, there is also someone else who is familiar with weaponry who could assist you with weapons.
Yes, and that's it when I bump into them.
Mm-hmm. Well, assuming he's not going to be oversleeping. Speaking of, we're going to jump over to Matrix.
What? I'm awake.
DB's just sitting on your chest.
You better not be the alarm clock. one eye opening.
No, he's just gonna shit on your chest.
Wait, do they?
They shit Glimmer.
Oh wait, go ahead. I'll sleep.
Hey, free money.
Yeah. Do I get free Glimmer? Yeah.
So he's just sitting there, just looking at you. I'm about to be the alarm clock if you don't wake up.
I've been awake this whole time.
Why haven't you been sleeping?
Oh, I've been asleep. I'm just waking up. Anything interesting happened through the night?
Well, I was listening for radio signals, and really nothing we haven't already heard. So far it's been kind of quiet out of the city. Nothing from Remy or really anything else so far. That may be a good or bad thing, I don't really know. Outside of that, not really.
So pretty quiet as I put my hands behind my back and my head. Just kind of laying there looking at him.
I mean, as quiet as wartime could be, I guess.
Yeah, wartime. Wartime, yes, very much wartime. So, how are you doing, DB? Are you at least? I mean, I shot the thing, and now we got all our powers back. We go through a fight, and now we're here.
Yeah, it's kind of been an interesting and pretty fast ride since this invasion kicked off. And I mean, as far as me, I'm okay. It's just I haven't really seen a war like this before. Anytime, you know, the fight ever came to us, we always had our, our backs to the traveler. Now we got forced out, and it feels weird. We're on the outside looking in, and we have to fight to get it back.
So, has this ever happened before, DB? Do you know?
This, no.
Hmm.
Anytime we've ever had to engage in a fight, we've always had our power, and we've always had the traveler. This is very different, and it's honestly kind of scary.
I sit up and I kind of hold on to him and kind of hold him in my hand. Well, at least we're all together here. We should be good. We're a good team. We're trying to do what's right, right? So, we'll figure this out.
I know we'll figure it out. It's really just a matter of we're gonna have to be the ones to go after whoever's doing this, and well, we have our power back, so there is that good bit of news anyway.
Very true, my friend, very true. You know if anybody else is awake right now?
He just kind of looks up a little bit. The others are starting to wake up. There's a little bit of activity outside, but it's just mostly people moving some stuff.
Well, why don't we see if the others have any ideas of things we can do? Maybe we can help them with something.
I'll check with Elias and Paradox and see what they think.
Yeah. Why don't we go find some food, too? Because I'm kind of hungry, and see if what's happening with that.
Alright, food first. Then we go find people.
Food, yes. We could go for some food.
Alright. And then, speaking of, Elias,
Poke, poke.
They probably just wake up and start getting ready. Not really saying much or doing much.
Paradox is just watching you. He's not really saying much either. What he does say as you're getting ready, just haven't heard much change from that message from Zavala. It's just on repeat. And it just seems to be a beacon at the moment for anyone who's outside Earth and anyone outside the system.
That can be a good and a bad thing.
Well, it's on private channels, Vanguard channels, so
That's exactly why I say it can be a good and a bad thing.
Well, at the moment, like I said, nothing's really changed, so I mean, we could go out that way to investigate, or unless
Yeah,
the others had
we're-
something else in mind.
We're gonna have to, no matter what. If we didn't, it'd be a failure on our part.
On our part, sure, but the rest of the group is pretty loosely tied to the Vanguard.
Yeah.
I'm not saying we don't have to bring them along, but I think we really need to bring them here, if I'm being completely honest.
Well, yeah, that's gonna be the end plan. But the way that I'm looking at it is that's a repeating signal.
Right.
We don't know how long it's been going. Now, you might not think of it much as that, but a repeating signal keeps repeating even if the person is dead. How do we know they're not dead? We're not walking into a trap.
Fair assessment. But
Outside a game, I know that, yeah, the
Yeah.
ball is going to be there, but I'm saying it as like somebody that's looking at it from a tactical point.
I know what you mean. You're fine. Paradox is just saying, just fair assessment. We won't really know until we go out there and investigate ourselves, but for the time being, everyone is pretty beat after that mission. We probably should see what we can do to help at least some of the people that are here. It's a bit of a toss-up. Do we want to go out there right away to investigate this? Do we want to maybe try and send out our own signal and try to contact them? You know, there's...
Well, considering that we're on Earth, if we do that, we're just opening ourselves up to being located even more than the giant fucking Cabal cruiser sitting outside.
Well, who says we have to transmit from the farm?
Sure. But it would
We-
also be easier just to go to Titan. Less risky, we don't lead them back to the farm.
I don't disagree. I'm just not entirely sure what really the best plan of action is. I've been considering all options, and at the end of the day, we need to bring the Vanguard here. So that rally point, whoever's there, we just need to bring them here. And if we can find anyone else along the way, you know, try to rally more Guardians. And at the moment, we've got a pretty small complement here at the farm. There's about 18 ghosts altogether, including our own team. There's several more still scattered about, as far as signals that I've been able to pick up. But for the moment, it's still going to take time to rally more forces to this area. Even if we did reach out to Titan and get the Vanguard here, we'll still need at least a day or two to get more Guardians rallied to this location.
Sure. No matter what, it's going to be a slow operation.
So if I were to guess, I would say that for the moment, we really have about a day or two to work on stuff.
Is it weird to say that it feels weird being an acting commander, in a sense?
Well, we haven't really had to take up a role like this since the last major war. And even then, we weren't really in this kind of a position. So I understand.
Especially one so desperate.
This is about as desperate as it gets.
Could be worse. Could be worse.
But I'd say you've done pretty well for yourself.
Yeah, but considering what I'm stacked up against and those that are before me, I don't think I'm doing so good, Chief.
Well, for what it's worth, after everything we've been through and everything we're going through,
I've managed to keep us alive this far.
we've been doing pretty well for ourselves. So, since this is going to be kind of a fixing everything up kind of a day, do you think we should focus more on weapons, or if we should try to arm some of the civilians?
More guns in a fight than anything.
Well, we do have a pair of weaponsmiths, and we do have another one who is at least familiar with modern weapons. I'm sure if we got the rest of the team together to work on this, we might be able to actually hammer out quite a few.
Possibly.
I don't really won't know until we ask everyone. Sounds like Uros is downstairs getting breakfast. The other two, I'm not sure. Might still be in their rooms.
Yeah, possibly.
Paradox will start floating over to the door. Well, let's go take a look and let's go talk to everybody.
EP, they got bacon down here. Come here. Look at this.
What is bacon?
Good question. They said it's bacon. I don't know what bacon is.
It's just a pile of glimmer.
All right, so at this point, you'll go and join.
Who the fuck is that?
I heard
Oh, hi,
Chinese.
Baha. I was just, you know what? I was literally just thinking about you. Like, Raven would definitely probably be reorganizing my toolkit, and lo and fucking behold, you show up.
What timing?
I was literally just thinking about Raven. It's like,
Raven probably
Can you
would
say
be.
it's all about Raven?
Oh god.
oh my gosh.
I'm everywhere.
Yes, you are, you little shit.
Oh, the timing though. Oh.
Alright, what you guys have on here?
You're not sticking around.
No, I'm taking a me day.
Okay, understandable. Take care, bud.
I just heard a pile of glimmer, so, you know.
You know what? There's shinies involved.
Lots of shinies.
All right,
Nice.
Raven has done chaos. Raven leaves now.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. All right, so at this point, you guys will kind of be meeting each other up in the breakfast in the kitchen.
In the kitchen.
And a couple of the civilians are cooking up some breakfast foods, some eggs, some bacon, some toast, some. It's pretty basic stuff right now. And they're rationing it out, so they're handing out plates to anyone who's coming up for some food.
I'm mowing down on food.
So yeah, you got a decent sized plate of some eggs, bacon, and some toast.
Nom noms.
It's food. It's my greeting.
DB just kind of like nudges your shoulder. Don't talk with your mouth full.
Fine, Mom.
It's just bad manners.
I will behave, though. Sorry.
Bullshit. Sorry, that was
I was just trying to hold my laugh the whole time. I'm like, nope, I can't do it. I'm just sitting there enjoying my food. I'm hungry. So who's all coming up right now? I know.
Yeah, who's gonna join him at the table?
Diabla. Well, she'll bring out like some tinkering stuff to kind of keep her hands busy.
I'll go sit down at the table.
And she greets Uros. Good morning.
Uros swallows.
Uros, right?
Yeah. Uros
Okay.
swallows. You see him swallow. And I look at DB with the eyes narrowed. Morning, Diabla. He said it was rude for me to talk with my mouth full, so sorry about that. How are you doing this morning? Are we working on something fascinating here? What are we doing? And I keep eating while talking.
Guys,
Well, good morning.
Hey, morning, big
No,
guy.
Nothing.
Hello,
Not
Theo.
to answer your question. Good morning, Theo. To answer your question, nothing too fascinating. Just keeping my hands busy as I work on puzzling this thing out. She's working on this like little puzzle thing that she kind of built herself a long time ago, and sometimes doesn't remember how she solved it.
What's this shiny thing?
A bit of an advanced Rubik's Cube.
Something like that. It's like a
Alright.
fidget toy.
So you're keeping yourself busy. You plan on doing anything else?
Well, I was hoping we could get everybody together. Has anybody seen Elias yet? Or is he still snoozing too?
Oh, like
Oh. I
Let
would
me-
assume he's up.
I mean, if he doesn't want this plate I set out for him, I slowly start sliding toward me.
I fucking walk in the room right at that point.
And I like go real quick. Oh, morning,
You talking about
Elias,
stealing
look!
my food?
Oh, no, I was picking it up. I figured you'd probably show up just as I picked it up.
Gotta remember, I'll remember Chicago. Saving
Oh.
your ass.
Yes, I know. By the way, I got you some extra what they call bacon. And I point to sausage.
I just look at him like with the most dead ass fucking stare.
What? It's food.
I go, you know what? I'm not even gonna validate that answer.
I just get a big grin on my
I'm just
face.
gonna go, yes, preschoolers are smart.
Hey, I'm learning. I slide the plate over.
What I had planned was I was gonna, since we have more or less the free time now, since the Cabal are gonna be regrouping and getting them stuff sorted, I thought I might as well take it upon myself to make some weapons.
Weapons? You say?
Yeah, to help supply some of the people here. You know, in case another invasion happens again, we'll be a little bit more prepared, especially if we're the ones out.
Nova will chime in. And plus, it might be good to arm some of the civilians that are here too. Just making sure everyone stays safe.
Well, that makes sense. I'll help out. I do have some skills in some things. I figured,
More hands the merrier.
yeah, we can at least set them up, and they would have something.
Nova kind of looks to the group. Figure with all of us collectively here, we might be able to put everyone's elbow grease together, so to speak, and we can make a series of weapons for everyone here. Might be able to make a few extras for anyone who might be able to come too.
If it's just simple weapons, I know I can whip them up very quickly and easily.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
gonna be your standard fare, whatever we can scrounge up with the materials we got available.
Oh yeah, 100%. I can make them pretty easily and quickly.
Yeah. Just making stuff that's mass producible and not so cost effective.
Well, we'll need
Yeah,
a
as much as we
staging
can.
area for this, so we can get this all set up. You two work on the primaries, and I'll work on everything else I can.
Okay. Tell me what materials we have on hand so I know what I'm working with.
Well,
Stuff.
that's the thing, is we haven't gone to check the material storage yet. We just
Well,
kind of
that's-
came up with the idea before we came down for breakfast.
Ah, I get you.
So, we're gonna have to take a look around still for materials and see what we can scrounge up.
Mm.
What about you, Elias? You want to join on up as well?
I mean, I'm not good at building things like that, so
Yeah, I mean, might be good to at least get some form of practice.
maybe.
Well,
Paradox will chime in. Well, that's one thing that I wanted to bring up with the rest of you as well. There is also the matter of Zavala out on Titan. We did pick up a signal last night, and it's on a repeating loop. It's a beacon at the moment that's just calling for Guardians to rendezvous with him on Titan. It seems rather standard fare, but Elias thinks that it potentially may be a trap, and if we are going to go that way, we might want to go as a group.
we
Yeah,
could pick up
agreed.
supplies too.
Would make sense.
Well, I mean,
So,
materials.
Or just send one of us. Why risk the whole group?
So we were thinking, while the rest of you guys are on your weapons project, we take a little trip out to Titan and try to move that beacon, so to say, down here, where we actually should be staging the rest of this attack.
Hmm.
I don't like the idea of you going alone.
It's risky, I know, but... And Paradox will just kind of look to Elias. It might be best for us to do it this way for the moment.
And how
It
about this?
also, well, hold on. It also kills two birds with one stone. I'm not good at building weapons. You guys are. Y'all can stay here and keep producing weapons and such, doing things that need to be done here that I can't do. Let me do what I can.
I mean, he has a point, and so far as I can tell, he's probably the best out of all of us to do that task.
Yes, but still, it'd be good if you had backup, because if anything happens, we're not there.
Well, we're quite capable of handling ourselves, but really it's just gonna be we need to rendezvous with Zavala, rally whoever he's got there with him, and just move them here. If all goes well, it's really just gonna be us having a conversation, and then we just move everyone here.
And
Yeah.
plus,
Worst case, maybe we need to help them out with something while they're there.
I was also going to say we don't even have to get close to the beacon to see it. As I
Hmm.
look at Paradox and extend the fucking anti-tank rifle.
Well, you're assuming that they're not going to be there. I would rather
Well, no,
assume that.
Before we even get near that beacon, we're landing somewhere far away and looking at it through the scope.
Paradox just kind of looks at you confused. I don't think you quite understand. There's no land that we're going to be landing on Titan.
I know what Titan consists of. It's a bunch of floating islands, basically. It's man-made platforms.
Right. It's essentially like a massive oil rig
Mm-hmm.
surrounded by an ocean.
That's connected to a bunch of other oil rigs.
I guess I'm just not quite understanding what
We
you're.
we don't land on the one that the beacon's coming from. We set up, look across, and see if we see people. Scout it first. We're not going directly to it, but looking at it. And if we see guardians and people alive, then we go over there. If we don't, we get the fuck out.
Distance observation.
Okay. We really could just do a standard flyby and just look out over the window and see if there's any activity.
A flyby can be dangerous because if it's captured, there's going to be AA.
There's that, and then we have the pursuit. The people
We don't
follow.
want to. I would imagine that Elias does not want the enemy to be alerted of any of potential allied forces coming in and potentially tipping them off of a potential attack that may or may not happen. He wants to do this as sneakily as possible. So distance scouting is the best option.
And this is something to not attract attention to ourselves.
And flyby is basically waving a big red banner all over the damn sky saying, "Hi, we're here."
Shoot me.
Okay. That's just, again, assuming that it's a bad situation where it's at.
Well, again, we're going into the situation assuming it's a bad situation.
Right, but if those are
And-
our allies down there and we show up there just kind of
Well, here's the thing.
unannounced,
They're not going to know who we are. They're going to be on alert no matter what. If they are allies there. But it's safer for you and I, Paradox, if we don't show up on their doorstep going, "How are y'all doing?"
I'm not saying we show up in that manner, but I'm still saying when we get within range, we should at least try to contact Zavala.
Well, yeah, but that's why we're going to look first. See, if we're going to try and contact them, we don't know what frequency they're on. Yeah, that beacon is repeating. That's not a receiving thing. If I were to try and send something on that same frequency, I'm going to get drowned out by the beacon that's already going. I'm going to have to broadcast on a open frequency.
Which is going to alert
Elias,
the cabal.
I have the Vanguard frequencies. I have the
They're-
codes. I
they're-
can reach him
they're
on a
already-
private channel.
Sorry, Dave. They're already on the Vanguard frequency. I didn't know Zavala enough to get his frequency. How
But
would
you
I know
work
it?
with the Vanguard.
Zavala wasn't the Titan Vanguard back then. I wouldn't have his information.
But you still have the Vanguard. Okay, so I need to be clear about something. Because you've worked with the Vanguard, you have access to their specific frequencies when it comes to emergency situations just like this. You
Yes.
have this information. You
Yes.
have a way to
But hold on.
contact him once you're within range in a private communique where it's not going to be heard by the
Okay.
Cabal or anyone else.
So real quick, I'm gonna throw that out the window for one simple reason. How long did we time skip?
Over 100 years.
You don't think in that time period that those codes didn't change? I wasn't in the Vanguard when we came back long enough to get those codes.
It's still an old code, but what makes you think it won't check out?
I'm trying to explain radio frequencies.
You don't have to.
I kind of have to because it doesn't make sense. I know I'm making it more complicated than it needs to be, but I'm also trying not to. If you know, fuck it.
Visor, sci-fi logic, just fucking go with it.
I know.
Stop trying to make it realistic
Here,
and just go with it.
I know.
This is science fiction.
here.
But I'm also trying not to get myself killed because I know there are enemies on Titan too,
Hey.
outside of the game.
Yes, so it. Okay, above game, like we all understand, it's a play by ear
Okay.
situation. So stop explaining the like worst case scenarios and think, oh my god, it's gonna go this way just because I'm thinking it. Like, calm
But
down,
that's
just
what
relax.
I have to do.
Just relax.
Hey, just ask one of the guardians that's there for the frequency.
Yeah, that's literally something that I could do.
There you go. Solved it.
It's fine. Like you don't need to overthink it.
I do have to time, because if I don't, people die.
He doesn't care about us.
But let's just continue.
Going on. So, at the end of this situation, we need to get there, figure out what's going on, and then we need to discern what we're going to do next.
Quick
So,
question. Would the Cabal have access to these Vanguard frequencies? I would assume not, but it's a dumb question.
so they'll hear it, but it's encoded transmissions. So unless they have the actual decipher, there's no way they could actually figure out what it says.
Fair.
And to be honest, I'm not even sure how many of them actually understand our language. At least we haven't had any encounter with many that could outside of, their big guys.
Above table, I would imagine that they're if I remember correctly, they're leaders.
That's what I'm
At
saying.
least.
They're big guys.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. He just the way he's phrasing it is like for the group.
Gotcha.
So for now, it's probably best that we go check it out. Paradox gestures to Elias, and we'll go figure out what's going on with Titan. You guys do this, fixing up the weapons and everything, and we'll just kind of meet back here, I guess, right?
In a sense, yeah.
Great. So
All right, good hustle.
anyway, I'm gonna go take a look at the ship and see. Well,
I
do
actually
we?
look at Paradox when he says that. By the way, what ship are we taking?
I
Well.
was literally just going to ask that. We
Yeah.
probably don't want to take the big Cabal cruiser, right?
Hey,
It's
why
We
just
don't
don't
you?
have any
us.
other ships.
Hey, wait. Why don't you take mine? Oh, wait. No, that's right. Never mind.
Yeah, we don't have any other ships.
Wait, Diablo
Um,
doesn't even have her. No, Diablo.
I don't have
wouldn't
mine
have a ship,
anymore, I
would
know.
she?
Nope.
Damn it!
I don't think
I'm
what
so
happened
used to
mine?
in game.
Well,
I know mine's gone. Mine's been destroyed. So
I know. I'm
We
pretty
ran
sure
into
mine
a
hasn't
snag
destroyed.
before even taking off.
I'm pretty sure mine hasn't been destroyed.
no, I
maybe not destroyed, but if it's still in the hangar in the
Oh,
last
that's
city,
right.
yeah, it's gonna be for the lack of a better term, impounded.
Yeah, and
I,
mine was
I could've
destroyed.
sworn
So
I took mine. Did I? Did I not bring it?
what?
We're just
Wait,
gonna say for this part, unfortunately, no.
we can fix it around the next time. But I know mine's gone.
Yeah.
So that makes it easier for mine. Well, I can't go nowhere.
So, Parax just looks. So we do have to take the big cabal thingy.
I mean, actually, it's not a bad idea to take it.
Well,
The reason being is that if we're gonna find the Vanguard there, gonna kind of need transport.
um,
Taking the minivan.
Hopefully you don't get shot
okay.
down.
It's just you're walking and talking is just. Yeah, it's just the problem is it's a cabal cruiser, and we might get shot at.
Then if we do start getting shot at, then we go, hey, IFF signature.
Send friend or foe encoded message. Hello.
By the way, IFF is literally identification, friend or foe.
Yep. I'm translating.
Well, you don't get shot down before you're able to send that out.
Hopefully.
Bring me back something shiny. Actually, don't.
It would
Somebody
be
will
great
take
if
it.
certain Exo Warlock was also here to come along to help me with this, but don't know where they are. Or a certain blacked out ghost.
He's not referring to you two, Exos.
They're probably talking to their gun.
Yeah.
And the other one probably talking to shinies.
He's probably out hunting shinies.
Yeah, I think the last time I saw him, he was like drifting off somewhere. Again.
So, while Elias and Paradox take off to prepare the ship, what will the rest of you be doing?
I'm going.
Weapon making time.
Yeah.
Diablo's gonna go look at the
Dun,
materials that she's
dun,
gonna work
dun,
with
dun,
first,
dun.
and then see what her limitations are,
Yes, we go see his
and
supplies.
what she can. Yeah.
Okay.
What
So-
she. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
All right. So basically, it's going to be a material finding little scavenger hunt. So,
Scavenger hunt.
I get up with biscuit in my mouth to walk away while I eat it. Start food.
Diablo just looks at over Eros funny and like, the fuck you doing?
Eating. It's what biologicals do, correct? And I just kind of squint like, did I say that right?
Phoebe just kind of turns and
You
looks
sound
at you.
like you're
Did you really
impersonating.
just say biologicals?
Don't mind me. I've been listening to too many things.
Diablo tilts her head a little bit and she's like, are you trying to impersonate a human?
As I'm walking away, do I hear this conversation?
Make a perception check.
Yeah, please. Oh, please hear it. Please hear it. I want to hear yours. I so want to hear yours. What you're gonna say.
Fucking 13 unless I have an advantage. Because they aren't really whispering.
No,
No,
I'm
they're not whispering, but with a 13, you do hear something in the distance.
I just go, fucking Exos. I'm surrounded by them. What the fuck? I'm literally the only fucking biological human here.
Yeah, I'm just an awoken.
The only human here.
Yeah,
yes.
I'm an awoken though.
Oh yeah, I forgot that he's an awoken.
Yeah, I'm still something. I'm like, yeah, we're the only. Oh my god, I just realized. Yeah, we're the only like two that are. Oh boy,
Not
we're
mechanical.
we're screwed.
Mm-hmm.
The machines are taking over.
Well, I mean, technically speaking, 2.5. I thought I was human for a majority.
You're
He's got a human complex.
So 2.5.
Christ.
Yeah, don't even
Alright.
argue it.
So, the three of you are doing a materials finding check. And let's see here. Okay. These are actually pretty good rolls. So I'll say you guys do find pretty much boxes that do have a variety of gun material parts. And you do find a pretty healthy amount. They've been some of the boxes that have been moved in by some of the other civilians did contain weapon materials. So you guys
Yay.
do find a healthy amount of materials that you'll be for your crafting needs.
Ooh, this will definitely be of use.
Yeah, to you it's a treasure chest filled with gun materials.
Diablo, you can see her feet. You can see like her. She's trying not to show excitement, but you can see her hands kind of twitching or like wiggling back and forth a little bit.
I see you got the itch too, eh?
Diablo just straight up looks at him and asks, "You think?"
Do I see this on these two? Just out of curiosity, would I see this?
Yeah, you do. You don't need to roll for anything because you're standing pretty much like side by side with them as you're looking at inside this box.
I just hold up my hand and wiggle them. Happy fingers? What?
Diablo immediately grabs the box, turns to Mercer's character. I'm sorry, I can't remember names sometimes.
Theo.
Theo. Okay.
It's
Diablo
okay, at the
grabs
bottom
the
of the
box,
screen.
looks at Theo, and says, "Grab the other materials. Let's go." And she promptly walks off.
I just shake my head.
Temporary
Okay.
workstation.
Grab what you can, or else.
How much is there? How much is left there?
So there's at least three boxes. So each one of you can carry a box of materials.
I can't carry 2.
Okay.
Make a
he
strength
can carry
check.
Black Matter.
You know what?
Yep.
I'll let you carry 2 if you roll a high enough strength check.
Would be with advantage since of all the stuff I have done.
Don't you have a pretty high bonus already with?
I have
Well,
plus
just-
3.
Okay.
Roll,
Roll
strength,
them bones.
Roll strength. Roll strength. Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, you can stack up both boxes, so you can carry 2. And Uros, then I'll actually have you make a perception check and see
Okay.
if there's anything extra lying
Oops.
around.
I didn't even get my sheet up. That was really good of me. I am a good player.
You're fine.
Oh, come on. Where is it? I gotta scroll down, find it. Oh, there. Oh God, I can't see now.
You'll see.
It's dark in here.
You look around.
You motherfucking.
Yeah.
Boy, this is a barn, all right.
Yep. Yep. It's
You
kind of
see-
dark and dusty in here.
You see a single bolt that doesn't fit any weapon.
Hey, look, it's a
Oh,
piece of metal.
no!
Hmm. Whoopee. Well, so much for me helping out anything. Gee.
All right, so you're following the rest of the group. Theo's carrying the 2 boxes with ease.
I got my
Um,
bolt. I got my bolt.
Yeah, you're carrying a bolt to something really big because it's a awfully large bolt.
Let's be my
Bolt that
Alexa.
fits no weapon.
Yeah. Hey, there's the bolt to my tractor. Where'd you find it? Oh. Here you go. I can just see it happening.
All right, so the three of you will get back to the workstation, and we'll actually come back to you guys. So Elias, you and Paradox are prepping the Cabal cruiser. It does say that the energy in the tank is at about half. So you did use up a fair amount of it going all the way out to the Almighty and back. So if you,
fuel they take.
well, that's what we're going to discuss, is because you can turn Glimmer into any kind of material that you really want it to be. So you can essentially turn Glimmer into fuel.
I don't think my Glimmer is gonna do much.
Well, that's
I don't mean like as in like, oh, I don't know what it takes. I mean as in I don't have a lot of Glimmer.
Wait, how much do you have?
because that's what I was going to get at. Is I was going to ask you next is how much did you have, because
I have a total of 2,000.
okay. Let me actually pull up the conversion table.
Because we kind of, spent it all getting a bar that a certain person tried to burn down.
Oh, I know.
I'm gonna harp on him.
There
doing
is
that
an actual
every time.
conversion table for this sort of thing. So
I mean, if you need more glimmer, I'm here. I still got plenty of glimmer.
I mean, you're not.
Yeah, but you're not at ship yet. He'll come back.
Well, I was gonna go see Elias before he did leave, so but
you can still do that.
No, I want to now.
They're just over prepping the ship. So, and if you want to go kind of split off and go talk to him, this is the time to do it.
Okay, you know what? I'll do that, but I'm gonna turn to Theo and Diablo and hey guys, I'm gonna go see Elias for a moment before he heads out. I'll be right back. Then I head over there.
Just a ship detonates in a nuclear explosion outside.
Whoa, look at
What
the
did
pretty
you
light!
do?
Oh, there's a crater over here, guys. Hey, look at all the parts that were left. Oh, never mind. They were vaporized. Anybody see Elias? Nope, there goes his head.
There goes Paradox flying, and it just twinkles in the sky. Like, Team Rocket blasting off again!
No, I make my way over, and you gonna be okay going, Elias?
I mean, as okay as I can be.
Alright, well, just if you get in trouble, call, alright?
I look at him like as if he really said that.
You're gonna see a concerned friend at this point. His face is not gonna be the same as it was before.
Oh, I know.
He's
I
gonna
look
be
at
like-
you and I go, "Hey, Eros. As much as I appreciate the sentiment, how are you gonna get there?"
Hey, look, this thing's big enough. I mean, I could ride it, but I've got other things to do. I'm gonna be helping them build weapons, and if you do get into some trouble, though, you know where we're at.
Yeah. If shit can go sideways, my first goal is escape.
I just
If
hope you
not-
find them.
If not, just know that there won't be any trace coming back to y'all.
I know. Just be careful.
Yep.
So, how much glimmer did you have to put up for this trip?
I guess I'm just putting my whole fucking 2,000 in, or whatever it takes to
Okay.
fill it up.
Eros, did you have any that you wanted to donate to this cause of his?
Has he even
Yeah, it's
asked?
probably expensive as shit, isn't it?
Has anybody asked me? I just came over to see.
Well, here's the thing. Like I said, you have about half a tank, and to get to Titan and back, it's gonna take a little more than that.
How much is a little more?
And how much is 2,000
That-
Glimmer gonna do?
Well, I got to roll for that, so.
Yeah, I was
let
gonna
me-
say how much is this gonna.
So 2,000. Let me do this.
You could just roll a D100 for percentile.
Okay. That's not actually good.
I agree.
It's gonna get you about up to 60%.
Just the
That's-
2,000.
Yeah, because unfortunately the conversions didn't go so hot. So you managed to get some fuel, but you're only gonna top about an extra 10% onto its reserve, so you'll have about 60%.
How much?
So
It's better than nothing.
How much would it take to get him to 100?
I mean, are we talking bare minimum?
Well,
Because
I'd like to have it to where he has a little excess, just in case if something goes sideways.
I
he
mean,
can-
because if you're trying to get it to 100%, like above table, like you're probably looking,
We're not gonna have enough.
yeah, like at least 8 to 12K, and that's assuming like the conversion
Goes
like
well.
doesn't shit the bed like it just did at this one. Like realistically, like he only needs like another 15% to like guarantee that there's not going to be any fuel issues on like the return trip.
Yeah.
All right, let's do 20%.
Actually, no. Wait. Why would I do that? We could just
Because you'd
literally
be at 75%.
Well, I was gonna say we could just literally get Glimmer from the idiots on Titan.
You could do that too.
How about this? I'll kick in 20. That way you're covered.
Oops.
20 what?
20%. Tell me the number, Dave. Because you don't know what they're gonna exactly have.
It's the worst conversion.
Hang on.
Dave Dave needs new dice.
I lost one down.
Dave, you're no longer allowed to use that set.
What am I talking about?
They are 3 different D20s.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you're no longer allowed to have those.
I'm gonna start rolling my middle ones, and I don't know if those are gonna be any better for you.
Oh my god, this is hilarious.
So it's gonna be about 4,500 glimmer to accomplish that.
Okay. Done.
All right. So with that, then you are now at 75% fuel capacity, so you should easily be able to make it to Titan and back without any problems.
All right.
All right. So with that said, I'm assuming Eros, you're going to depart the ship.
Yep. Good luck,
All right.
Elias. And I leave the ship.
Thanks. Hey, before you go into the spare armory. See if there's any fucking supplies in there.
You need something from there? Or you need some stuff?
No,
Or
for
is
you
this a-
idiots. Remember,
Eh,
it's an armory. You
yes.
can take scrap and spare parts.
Yeah. Hey, I found a bolt. Can I hold it out?
Can I identify it what it goes
Yeah.
to?
Oh my god, that would be hilarious.
Roll an intelligence for me.
Please tell
Just
me what it
intelligence.
is. Oh my god, please tell me it goes to
An
like some
18.
kind... Oh god, tell me it goes to a tractor or something.
It's a bolt that appears to be from the barn itself. It's a structure bolt.
Oh. Oh.
Hey, Eros, you can just throw that away, buddy. That goes to holding up the barn.
Good to know. I'm not going back in there now. Flick it out the door. Just know I keep dead eye looking. Flick, and it's gone. Be safe. I hope you find them. And I step out of the
Yeah.
ship.
All right. So,
Wait, what do I have?
Elias, you'll go ahead and you will be departing with the Cabal cruiser. Now,
Actually, I would say before I do go, I'm gonna see if any of the guardians that are there that aren't with the group want to go along. Like any of them that aren't in a fire
road
team.
trip.
okay. Make a persuasion with advantage.
All right, 1 second.
Because you're just going to ask around and see if there's anyone who wants to
17.
go with you. 17? Okay. Let's see. Two of them would be willing to join you.
All right. Well, let's get going.
Okay. So, you guys will go ahead and depart. And now I'm going to roll for your voyage. Okay. All right, so departing Earth pretty much goes without a hitch. You're able to leave atmosphere and break out of orbit pretty easily. No problems at all.
Use explain visor.
In the middle of the journey, it starts to actually get to be a little bit rough. As you're starting to kind of pass through the asteroid field, it does actually get to be a little bit of rough. You do end up taking some damage. The ship does. Nothing severe and doesn't hit any major systems, but it does take some asteroidal impact.
Mm-hmm.
And on approach to Titan, there are some minor system failures.
Is there a way that I can see if I can fix them?
Yes. So for this, I'm gonna have you roll. Oh, what should it actually be? It should be either. Either do investigation or intelligence. I'm not sure if you have a bonus in investigation or anything, so
It's
it might just, yeah, it might just be the same. Okay, 13. Okay, you are able to spot that there are some issues with the engines that might affect your descent into Titan. But with your knowledge of basic engineering, you should actually be able to fix this. And
Alright.
I'll actually have you roll your electronics toolkit for this. Because you're basically going to be using the same tools to try to repair the
18.
issues. Good. All right, yep. With that, you'll definitely be able to fix the internal issues with the engines. So you have avoided any problems descending to Titan. All right, so it doesn't take you very long to arrive there. With this, it does end up being roughly about 4 to 5 hours. So you do get a small rest in. During that time, was there anything you were wanting to do?
Not really.
Okay, I just want to check. I didn't figure there was anything, but figured I'd still ask. So with that, you do arrive, and are you sending out the IFF right away as you get within visual range, or when do you activate IFF?
More or less when we can see the source of the beacon, basically.
Well, the beacon is on a station. It's on a
I know,
station
like
on
when we
Titan.
see the station, that's when I turn it on.
Okay. Um. So you do happen to notice as you're getting closer, there were some guns trained on you. But when you did activate the IFF, the guns did slowly lower, finally registering that you were not a threat.
Yeah.
But you were kind of cutting it a little bit close, because if you...
Got any closer, they would have started open firing.
Yep. So... you're on approach, and you see that there is some Guardian activity down there. You do see that there's some lights on the platforms, and there's some electricity still going through the facility. There is a
This ship's probably way too big to land on a standard platform.
yeah, but you can easily transmat down to it without actually having to land the craft. So
Yeah.
you can
Or I could
leave
try
it.
Wartrack painting part 2.
That's up to you if you want to
No, I'm
tempt
not. I'm gonna
fate.
transfer it down.
You tempted fate the first time. Why not tempt it
It
again?
was a smart idea in principle back then.
Yeah, it was. Just didn't end that way.
The dice god said no, though.
No.
Yeah. All right. So you leave the ship up in a bit of a high hanging.
Basically an orbit around the facility.
Kind of, yeah. Like it's just kind of sitting stationary in like kind of like a docking position.
Yeah.
But it's just floating above the facility, and you transmat down onto the hangar little platform there. You're not really greeted by anyone, but you do see that there's still some active some activity still happening around the facility.
Anybody I recognize by any chance?
You don't see anyone really just yet. You don't see any like personnel, but you do see that the facility's up and running. But at the moment, you don't really see anyone greeting you just yet.
So there's nobody within sight. It's just powered.
Yep.
Okay.
So as you're stepping out and you're looking around, you're not really seeing anyone, and there's obvious confusion here. Just like, is there anyone here? And all of a sudden, you're starting to get a radio signal. Guardian, welcome to Titan. Sorry, I can't exactly be there to greet you in person, but we've got a little bit of an issue here ourselves at the moment.
Oh God. What's going on?
Well, there's a bit of a fight happening here between the Hive and the Fallen.
Okay.
We're trying to get the generators back online, but the fight between the two of them is making it a little bit difficult. Zaval is trying to work on it himself, but we're having a bit of an issue trying to break through to get down there. I suppose you might be free to help us out real quick, could you?
Possibly. I mean, I do have my light.
You said you had your light?
I have it, yeah.
In that case, Commander Zaval would actually want to see you first.
Yeah, I kind of thought that would be because we also kind of stopped the sun from blowing up.
I'm sure you two will have much to discuss then.
Yeah. Yeah.
Follow the
Yeah.
waypoint to the command center. He's waiting for you there. And you'll instantly see a little beacon pop up on your HUD that will point you in the direction of the command center.
All right.
All right, so following it without any issue, you do approach and you do see that there are two Titans standing in the command center. One of them you immediately recognize as Commander Zavala. The other one you've never met before. Kind of a tall female Titan with shorter gray hair. And there, as you're walking in, she's discussing something with Zavala, and Zavala's eyes looking a bit surprised. And as you walk in and enter, he turns to you. This is the one you're talking about? Indeed, he says he has his light back. Zavala approaches you. You look familiar. Have we met before?
I just go, we're both friends of Raven.
I see. And what is your name?
Outside of the game, should I just reveal who I am? I'm talking to the other guys. Like, drop the act and fucking tell him the truth.
I mean, at this point, it's probably best to go straight.
Just say who you are. See what happens.
I mean, in this situation, you can't really be
Just go.
picky about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm, I didn't really introduce myself the last time because I kind of had to keep my identity secret. I'm Elias. Elias Norwood.
Elias Norwood. The name sounds a little familiar.
It should, considering me and my fire team went missing over 100 years ago, and one of the former vanguards went looking for us.
Nikon Lee.
Yep.
I remember that case pretty well. Nikon was a good friend of mine a long time ago.
If I had answers of what happened to him, I would give it, but even I don't know what happened to him.
I see. Well,
But
so you have your light back. How was that accomplished?
that's a very long story. Let's just say an Ahamkara hates me. Well, technically, hates the Vanguard.
An Ahamkara.
Yeah. I
As
know.
if dealing with the Cabal wasn't bad enough.
Oh, don't worry. It's kind of dead now. It's just we don't know if it's truly dead. It's weird.
Paradox will just kind of chime in. To say the least, we're dealing with, and not to use my name as a coin of phrase, but we're dealing with a number of paradoxes and quantum singularities and other kind of crazy stuff that's really hard to put into words.
We've seen the end of time.
Vendors of all is just kind of like looking at the two of you, just. You know, if it wasn't for the Traveler and some of the things I've already seen, I'd say that was probably the craziest thing I've ever heard.
I mean, considering we disappeared for 100 years, we time traveled. And that's probably not the craziest things. We were allies with the Vex. I'm just waiting for his reaction to that one.
He's just kind of looking perplexed. Just
Let's just say the Vex didn't want this Ahamkara alive either. The enemy of my enemy is my friend, so to speak.
you are all like Elsie Bray. Either way, there is the matter of trying to secure this facility. We've been trying to work on getting the generators to this place back online. Unfortunately, we've run into a snag. The Hive and the Fallen have begun a war of their own trying to take over the facility.
No war of attrition, basically.
In the case of the Fallen, absolutely. The Hive can hold out without any need for much, a lot longer than the Fallen can. However, I'm not exactly sure what the Fallen are after down there, but they're after something. And they're trying to fight the Hive to get to it.
Mm, Well, considering what the Fallen are, probably something to make another fucking servitor to keep them alive. If you think about it, they're just as desperate as we are. Hell, if not
Perhaps,
more
but
so.
I'm not exactly sure, but either way, there could be some substantial damage if we don't get that situation under control. If you have your light back, I would ask that you help us try to quell the situation before we depart.
Yeah, I'll do what I can. The only thing is that I can tell you is that we do kind of have a safe, I guess, a home base back on Earth. Um, that's relatively safe. It's not a lot, but I mean, I point at the cruiser outside. We kind of stole that.
Yes, I wanted to actually ask you about that. How is it you managed to acquire a Cabal cruiser?
Remember that Ahamkara? It corrupted one of what was it rank? Its rank again, Dave?
It was a Valis.
It corrupted a Valis that basically had a piece of the Ahamkara's gear, and the Ahamkara told it to come kill me. I wish I was joking.
I see. Seems we might want to have a longer discussion about this Ahamkara problem, but for the time being, we really should deal with the matter at hand.
Whatever you need, my services are here. I owe it to you from 100 years ago, didn't go away.
Well, I wouldn't want you to put yourself in a situation that's going to be too risky, but if you do have your light, I'd at least ask you to do what you can to try and get the generators back online. Once we have once the generators are back up and running, the situation will at least be sorted out. We can maintain a home base here, at least for the time being.
Something to operate from.
And this facility is quite valuable, and I would hate to lose this.
It also gives us a good jumping off point into the further planets here in the solar system.
You are right about that. Well, if there are any other matters.
Um, actually, yeah, there is one more matter. Um, we're on a time schedule. Um, it sounds weird at first, but The Cabal planned to blow up the sun eventually. We've delayed it. I don't know by how long, but maybe a month, 2 months. I don't know.
Yes, we've actually heard about this massive weapon called the Almighty. There was a signal that did advise us about what happened. Guessing that was your doing.
Yeah, we managed to break on board and blew up 2 of its reactors.
Well, so you bought us some time. That's good anyway. Either way, we do want to move quickly on this regardless. The faster we get everyone gathered, the better. I understand that there was another fire team with you. They mentioned the farm, but they also mentioned they were defending civilians in the underground, and I guess this corroborates that story about you killing this Ahamkara-influenced cabal.
Yeah.
They did get in contact here not too long ago. They were searching for Cade. Sounds like they did manage to find him. He's on his way here, so once he does arrive, I will be leaving with him to Earth.
What about Ikora?
Ikora's pretty much going to be their next person that they're going to be going after. They met, Cade told them where to find her, that she would be on Io. That's where they said they're headed next. I'm assuming that they're just going to find her and they already know that they're going to be heading back to Earth, so we'll all rendezvous on the farm, and I'll leave this matter with you in your capable hands. Did you have any other questions or anything else you need from me before we depart?
Not to my knowledge.
Very well. I'll leave this matter of Titan in your hands, and if you require anything else from us, just feel free to contact me directly.
I'll have to tell you the entire story at one point if we survive and get through all this.
Story I'm sure we would all love to hear once we're all back home.
Once everybody's home.
Alright. So with that, we're actually going to switch back over to our builders.
I want to point out that was a perfect line to end our scene on.
Honestly, yeah. A little. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna shut up because I don't want to jinx it.
Good call.
I don't want to jinx
Oh no,
it.
I purposely said that.
Yeah. This is scene crafting.
I am perfectly setting it up so somebody dies this campaign.
Someone to die. I know it. I already know it.
So, Master Builders.
Builders of the
Diablo
universe.
is excitedly.
Can we
building-
build it?
No, we can't.
Fuck no.
So, what is your favorite type of weapon to build?
Diablo loves building scout and auto rifles, specifically.
Well, I was
Okay.
I was gonna say, if we want to go cost effective, then it's best we make something that requires the least amount of parts. That way we can make the most of it.
Well, it's really going to be a matter of if you want to produce the best number of weapons, it really should be like your favorite weapons because you know how to
Right.
build them the best. Because if you're building something, you know how to build pretty much everything, but you're gonna get a advantage if it's your favorite weapon.
I have favorite weapons. It would probably be it would probably be auto rifles or pulse rifles. Those
Okay.
are those would probably be my favorite like gun weapons, while as melee weapons I specialize in a lot of it,
Yeah. Okay.
especially since my legion.
So, um, we'll start with the auto rifles because I believe that was mentioned. Uh, you guys will manage to build quite a few of them. These actually did roll pretty well. And then I actually need to check something here for our hunter because I know you have some features with hunter. I'm just trying to remember what they all were for weapon crafting.
Um, question. Proficient in a lot of stuff.
Hang
but-
on, I'm looking it up here.
Yeah. That is not it.
Let's see, weapon modifications. You can choose features. So I look to the weapon. Okay, so what you can actually do is you can add modifiers to weapons.
Sweet.
So if you want, basically you can take the weapons that are fashioned here and then you can add modifiers to these. And I'm just gonna create a role for these if you do want to modify them. But for the auto rifles, you do manage to complete 36 auto rifles.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
And Diablo will be
Yay.
double checking, triple check, at least double checking them for quality assurance. Because she's very meticulous. She's rather meticulous about that.
Yep. So over the course of the day, you do manage to assemble 36 pretty much mint auto rifles. Now, Uros, did you want to spend time modifying these?
Well, why not? Let's see what.
Okay.
Hmm.
So I will tell you that what you'll be able to add to these weapons.
Yes. What can I? Add?
So you can choose one of 4 mods that you can add to these weapons. And I'll tell you what each of them are and what they do. So the first mod you can add is Hot Shot. When you make a successful attack with your weapon of choice, you can always choose to deal solar damage instead of normal damage. So basically, you can make some of them into solar weapons. The second mod is Lucky Hit. If you roll a 1 or a 2 on any weapon on any of the damage dice for your weapon of choice, you can roll an additional damage die and add it to the total. You can only do this once per damage roll. So it's just additional damage die if they happen to roll poorly on their damage die on their weapon of choice. Mod 3 is stopping power. Once on your turn, if you hit a large or smaller creature with an attack from your weapon of choice, you can cause that creature to make a strength saving throw, or its movement becomes 0 until the end of its next turn. So it's basically just stops them in the tracks. It doesn't knock them prone, but they won't be able to move on their next turn. Like it just takes away their movement.
Mm-hmm.
And the last mod you can do is Uncanny Aim. It costs no movement to begin aiming with your weapon of choice. You can make an attack of opportunity with your weapon of choice, even if you are aiming. So these, you're going to be choosing one, and you're going to apply them to all the weapons that you can, just to kind of make it a little bit easier, so it's not too convoluted. So, which of the 4 mods did you want to add to it? Adding solar damage, adding an additional damage die, stopping power, or uncanny aim?
Let's see. Guys, what do you think? This one's kind of like, I got a couple choices, but
All of them are good.
yeah, it's just
So, mine giving me just the shortened version. So, one of them is solar damage. The other one is just extra damage. So one is.
Yep. So I'll rate again. So one of them is going to be essentially solar damage.
Okay.
The second one is adding a damage die if they roll a 1 or a 2 on their damage dice. So like if they roll bad on their damage, they get an extra damage die and add it to the total. The third one is stopping power. Basically just if they hit their target movement is 0 on its next turn. And the last one is a movement buff, or no, it does not cost them any movement to aim their weapon of choice, and they gain an attack of opportunity with their weapon of choice, even if they are aiming. So it's an aiming buff to assist them if they're aiming the weapon down, so they gain advantage on their attacks. So
personally, I would say would you mind reading a lot of the damage die again?
So if you roll a 1 or a 2 on any damage dice for your weapon of choice, you can roll an additional damage die and add it to the total. And you can only do this once per turn.
So the damage die specifically, not the roll for attack.
Yes,
exactly.
Damage.
Personally, I think that one is the best bet out of all of them.
See, I was going with damage or this last one, which was the shot.
Uncanny aim.
Yeah, uncanny aim.
Yeah, the only other one I think would be better is that uncanny aim. What do you guys think?
Because, I mean, I would say strategically wise, I would say the solar damage because the Cabal, some of the Cabal have solar shields.
Fair.
I mean, if I had my choice...
That's strategically wise.
I mean, if I had a better choice, you said 4 different mods, and there's 36 rifles?
Yeah, so you're basically applying the same mod to all the rifles.
I would have just said 6 of each.
I wouldn't mind doing that. It's just it's gonna make it very hard for me to try to accommodate that when I'm creating the NPCs to do this.
Yeah, that's what. Okay, we're gonna do that just to torture. No, I will not do that to you, Dave.
Fuck you.
Yeah, for me, I would say strategically wise, go for the solar. So that way, if they do have like enemies that have shielding, they're at least going to do double damage to the shielding and also cause them to explode once the shields pop. But more damage would also be a better choice, as well as being able to hit more often.
I mean, true, but can we? I mean, true, but can we really rely on the aim of these people?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Yeah, that's like.
Well, to be clear, uncanny aim doesn't like assist them
No.
with that. It doesn't cost them any movement to aim their weapon, and they can
Right.
they can attack of opportunity with their weapon even
I'm
while
kinda
they're
li-
aiming.
I'm talking about the solar damage specifically.
Mhm.
Oh, hang on. I'm getting a call.
Uh-oh.
kind of leaning
Oh.
on the damage though more than anything. As much as I like the
The
solar, yeah, that's one.
yeah,
but
because I think the damage is a good, better all round thing.
yeah, because I'm thinking these are going to be a lot of others using these, not really all of us. So it's
Yeah.
like damage. I think I'll go with damage. So just do damage. There we go. I said it's damage. I asked for
All right,
opinions,
so
so it's
lucky
damage.
hit. All right,
Damage.
so
It's
I gotta
damage.
make a note of that. So
No, I want to do 6 of each, just to torment Dave.
rifles have lucky
Dave would so
hits.
hate you.
I know.
Nope, you're locked in this choice now.
Yes, yes.
Welcome back, Mercer.
Too late now.
What do you choose?
The damage die.
Lucky hit. Yep,
Okay.
the damage
I
die.
took the worst thing I could find. They
God
throw
damn it, Adrian.
they throw
Now-
D4s at them.
Now let's see if
Actually, getting a
you
D
do-
thrown
Yep,
at you
you're
would be
gonna-
bad.
That's a 20. Yep. All right. All the with the 20, yep, you're gonna get all of the auto rifles will have lucky hit.
Yay!
All
You
right,
guys
so
created the rifles. I created the mods. Nice. Woo! Teamwork. Where did this come from?
excuse me, got the hiccups. All right, so you guys will spend pretty much a good portion of the day working on these. So with that, we're actually gonna quick jump back over to Elias.
Ah, it's just gunfire.
Ah!
Just
The
screaming
hell?
So
gunfire.
Elias, as you're making your way down into this kind of an oil rig of a facility, it's a very large facility and has a number of structures attached to it.
Mhm.
My question is, are you taking a stealth approach, trying to get closer to the generator facility without being spotted, or how are you approaching the situation?
I guess I'm trying to go stealthy.
Okay. Roll strength with not strength, a stealth with advantage. I'm sorry.
Don't
right,
worry,
well,
we're all
I need-
tired.
More caffeine. Here
Yeah.
we go.
Hey, 26.
I think you're gonna beat everyone with that one.
Nah.
Ooh. Almost.
Somebody almost spotted me.
Oh yeah, he was very close. He was very close, but yep, you avoid getting spotted. As you're making your way through, you're seeing fallen dregs and hive thrall. They're fighting one another, and it's the fight to the death. The hive thrall are just chasing down the dregs as fast as they can, just like waving their claws and doing whatever they can to go after these dregs. And these dregs are just backstepping and firing just aimlessly at these thrall.
They're
that are-
trying to be strategic about it.
Yeah, but the hive are pushing back the fallen.
Mm-hmm.
The hive are starting to establish more of a foothold on the facility, and they're pushing the fallen out.
All right.
All right, and actually, with that stealth, you will manage to.
Real quick, could I make a perception check?
What are you looking for?
It's not looking, trying to hear. I understand Elixir.
Okay, make a perception.
See if I can hear it over all the gunfire. I about rolled persuasion. No, cancel. Fucking go away. 22, no matter what.
Yeah, good. All right. You're not really hearing much chatter outside of just the typical "oh god, they're coming after me, run" kind of chatter
Oh
from
god,
the
oh god,
dregs.
oh god, I'm gonna die. That's okay.
They're trying to get down into the facility, but you're hearing them like we're getting pushed back. The captain's still in the generator room. We need to get out of here. We're being pushed back. Paradox, also hearing this, will speak to you over the radio as he's in your pack at the moment. It sounds like the Fallen they're fighting something in the generator room. Something about their captain's down there.
Which is also a concern.
Well, they don't really know we're here yet. Maybe we can sneak down there and take a peek and see what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, let's go.
All right. Make another stealth check for me.
Watch it be in that one. Do I have advantage? Since they're in
Yeah.
mid-combat and specifically not
Yep,
looking
I'd say
for me?
yeah. Because they're fighting each other at the moment, you will have advantage over that. So yep, 18. So fuck, these guys are rolling real low.
I guess good for Elias.
Now it's got negative. Yep. All right. You're even with a 12, you're gonna be able to get or not. Excuse me, 18
18.
because it's advantage. Yep. You're easily gonna get through. Because these dregs and the Fallen, or excuse me, the Hive, they're just too focused on each other at the moment. So you're sitting back, you're kind of peeking around, you're watching the fight unfold. And the Hive do end up killing the dregs, and the Hive just take off running down the tunnel. It seems like they might be chasing more Fallen, but they leave the area that you're sitting in, and you're able to continue to proceed down into the generator room. There is a number of turns and some stairways that you're walking down, but the distant sound of the gunfire from the dregs and the screeching and the howling screams of the thrall are still off in the distance from you. But as you continue further down into the generator room, you do happen to hear the clashing between two large figures. Make a perception for me. And you'll have advantage for this as well.
19.
19. So you do see that there is a large fallen captain and a hive knight battling it out in the generator room. The fallen knight, the fallen captain, he's wearing kind of different garb than you're used to seeing out of a normal captain. He's not wearing any kind of banner that you recognize, and his armor looks a little more plated compared to some of the other captains you've seen. But he's squaring off against the Hive just one-on-one. And Paradox just kind of chimes in as you're looking at this and just asks you, Do we like the Fallen or the Hive more?
Between you and me, we're more likely to get a better response out of the Fallen.
Maybe we should go help him then.
That was the plan.
Paradox will signal over to your right, and a door's gonna open up, and he's gonna go back into your pack. That'll take you down into the room. Shall we go say hello?
Yeah, let's go.
All right. So you go through the doorway and you go down another stairwell into the room below. At this point, this is going to be real quick, but it's going to be kind of interesting. Roll initiative.
9.
9?
9.
Kick their ass.
9!
Let's see. I should have a little...
9.
No, I'll just do this.
What?
You're going first.
Yeah.
They both. I'm gonna use a different dice. I don't know why that one's rolling so low on me tonight.
Dice jail.
Kick his ass, Seabass.
So you're kind of standing in this kind of like a cylindrical room, and right in the middle of it is this Fallen and this Hive Knight. They're just squaring off, like right in the center of it.
How far apart are they from each other?
They're 5 feet apart. Like they're like right up in each other's faces.
How far am I away from them?
Right now you'd be about 25 feet away.
I'm gonna lay down because they haven't noticed me, have they?
Not yet, because you have first initiative, so you're gonna have first strike in this.
I'm gonna drop down to the ground and pull out the AT rifle.
Oh fuck!
And I am aiming for that fucking knight's head. Basically, I'm just aiming to shoot it.
Okay.
And this is a surprise attack.
It will be, because it's not gonna notice you, so you will have advantage.
21.
21. Okay, that definitely hits. Let me just check its HP.
And I do get another shot, by the way.
Yep, because this isn't a surprise round. This is an actual round. So yep, you
Yeah.
will have your next attack as well. Okay. So this is gonna be a surprise. So that will be.
Wouldn't that double the damage?
Yep. Hang on. I gotta grab my keyboard here. All right. And then roll your second attack.
25.
That absolutely hits for fucking 36. Holy shit. Okay. So you lay down and you drop in 2 powerful anti-tank shots into this large Hive Knight, and its chitin is cracked, and some of it actually breaks off from these shots. Just boom, boom. You hear the Hive Knight just as it takes these shots, and it gets staggered, but it is still standing. And it is now the Hive Knight's turn. After taking such heavy damage, It does turn its attention to where those shots came from.
Oh yeah, real quick before I do forget, I do stand back up because that would take my entire movement of laying down
Yep.
and then back up.
Yep. So yeah, that's why I was fine with it because you didn't use any movement.
Yeah.
So, all right. Let's see. It is going to.
It only has a sword, right?
It's got a boomer cannon too.
Eh.
Yep. So it's got a little bit of both, but it is
I would say technically, since I'm allying myself with that Elixir, he's technically flanked.
Mm-hmm.
So if he does try to shoot me, he would have disadvantage.
Oh, actually,
What?
hang on. I forgot about an ability it has. It's going to use its reaction on your second attack to create a shield of darkness in front of it.
To block its view of me.
Not only block its view, but it's actually going to absorb the payload damage.
Ah!
So it's actually, with that, it will actually negate the second attack.
And at that, we cut back to the guys making fucking snacks at home.
Would anybody like
Right.
little small
Uh,
sandwiches?
Any of
So
the
it is gonna, it will attack you with its boomer cannon.
How
it
through
will
the
ha-
shield?
because it still has one more action.
Yeah, but how is it going to fire at me through the shield, though? That's a solid wall, basically.
Oh, and it actually does. Yeah. Okay. It does, because it does take its action with that. The knight also does heal 10 points.
Okay.
So, so I gotta rework that. I haven't used these guys in a while, so I've completely forgotten their.
Yeah, we mainly fight Cabal, Vex, and such like that.
Yeah. Well, it's been a while since we fought Hive, so.
Yeah, the last time we fought Hive, I died.
Yeah. Okay. So that will be the knight's turn. Now it is the fallen's turn. Oh, that's a natural 20. Oh, that's a natural 20. Oh, this is gonna hurt.
And the shield's facing towards me, so he's kind of that knight's kind of gonna be fucked.
Let's see. So this is shock sword. So that is. Okay, 16 points of arc damage with the shock sword. So that negates his heal and does an additional damage on there. Oops. He's gonna hit him again. What the fuck?
What?
Okay, I roll a natural 20 again. That's why I'm like, what the fuck? That doesn't happen very often.
The dice gods are like, friend.
So, okay. That is another 15 points. brings it to... Okay. And let's see, does he have... Source that can perceive. Okay, so that's going to be the Fallen's turn then, and we are back to you, Elias.
Has that knight's shield dropped yet?
Oh yeah, his shield was already broken with
Well, no, I was talking about like his shield that he put up.
Oh, that drops at the start of its next turn. So the shield is up, but you can still move around it and get a shot on it.
Okay.
You can like strafe around it like 20 feet and then take a shot on it.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do, but I'm switching to Palawak.
Okay.
Because I kind of want to conserve a little bit of the ammo for an AT rifle.
Yeah.
So 6 shots with Talaluk as I move around it. And I'm keeping the knight between me and that captain.
Okay.
24 to hit.
That hits.
26 to hit. That's actually a crit. My crit
19.
on Talaluk
Yep.
is a crit also.
Yep. So.
But it's only a 2, so.
Yep. So I mean, you're doing double damage, but
Yeah. 14. 24.
14 will actually miss. The 24 obviously
Wait.
does hit.
These would all be with advantage, though, now that I think about it. Because flanking.
Okay, well, the first 14
Yeah,
will
that
still
one fails.
miss. The second one, because that's your 23 is the advantage, that one will. One, two. Okay. Hang on, now I got to do math.
9, 11,
1,
15 damage.
7.
Actually, no.
Yeah.
Fucking.
6, 8.
Wait, no, I did one too many. The 4 doesn't count at the very bottom.
6, 7, 13, 15, 17. Okay. 17.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. With that 17 total damage, you will actually... You're going to kill the Hive Knight. So, you're strafing around the shield, and as soon as you get a line on the Hive Knight, you just start laying in shots with Talala. Just boom, 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 boom. And these are chip shots, but the cumulative damage that you're doing into its head is enough damage to...
Bring it down.
Exactly. So you shoot down this Hive Knight. And it would be the Fallen's turn. The Fallen is going to look to the back wall where you see it's the generators. It looks back to you. And it will blink away.
Well then. I was gonna say something, but I guess he's gone.
Paradox just asks you inquisitively, what do you think that was all about?
You gotta remember, you Ixnay are just trying to survive like all of us.
But they were fighting to get here, and he just gave it to us.
Maybe there are some houses of Elixir that aren't as bad as we originally thought.
Let me out so I can work on the generators.
No, stay in the box! I'm saying that's a joke because I know somebody in here that's deaf or muted at the moment is laughing.
Stay in the box now! Stay in the box now!
Yeah, I'll let him out so he can go fucking investigate it.
You
So
want,
Paradox
uh,
will
you want
float
sound
over
effects?
to the generator console, and you
I just
see
basically pull security just at the door, just in case something comes up behind.
you see little beams of light protrude from its eye, and it is activating the console. And you start to hear the hum of machines begin to hum to life. And then you hear loud mechanical and you start to hear the generators coming back online. And you do hear Zavala will actually come on the radio. Good. Signals ring and the generators are coming back online. Power is being restored to the facility. Well done, Elias. We're preparing our ship to depart. We have more Guardians moving out to Earth. We will see you there then.
Before you go, Commander, something you need to know. When I entered the room down here with the generator, there was a fallen captain and a knight fighting each other, basically in one-on-one. Killed the knight. The captain basically gave us the generator.
You surrendered it without a fight?
Yeah, blinked away. Didn't even say anything. I have a feeling my statement of a friend or an enemy of my enemy is my friend is a lot more true than we think.
Well, I guess that's
Because
a matter for another time, I suppose. But in the
True.
meantime, well done. We'll be rendezvousing with you on Earth here soon. You wish to explore the facility at all, this may be a good time to do so, but in the meantime, thank you.
Yep.
And we'll see you soon.
By the way, there is more light-capable guardians at the farm. Last I know, they were making weapons for people there.
The rest of your fire team.
Yeah, and a few odd ends that are there. Let's just call it that. Raven's there somewhere. He managed to make it out of the last city.
Ah, yes. Raven.
We both
Very
have the
well.
same sentiment there. I heard that sigh, Commander.
Very well. I will expect to see him there then.
Yeah. Well, I'll be back on Earth as soon as I can.
Very well. And with that, we are going to move back over to the builder crew.
Side note, I am going to explore the facility, just not trying to get in trouble.
Yeah. Do that a little bit off because we'll be wrapping up
Yeah.
here pretty soon. All right, so our builder crew, it is slowly turned to nighttime. And you guys have all put in a hard day's work. You've got the rifles all racked up, fully modded. Everything is ready to go. You have 36 beautiful auto rifles.
And ammo made for them.
Yep, and you've got the clips. Well, the ammo is already
Makes sense.
available there. It's just you guys are putting them in the magazines at this point.
Yeah. Wait, would it be clips or mags? No, it'd be
It's
Max.
dependent on
Magazine.
Megs.
Anyways,
the
that
magazine.
detail's not important right now.
It's
It,
yeah.
it is so important. Don't you dare start on that shit.
So at this point, it's kind of winding down. You do see some of the other guardians shifting in rotations. Some are changing out guard positions. Others are going to go rest and gather some food. What would you guys like to do?
Diablo is gonna.
penis and car door.
I caught everyone off guard.
I just said, I'm like, oh, okay. Good timing. Good timing.
Oh my gosh!
You're welcome.
I love you, you fucking Cooper. If the to any combat ready people in the farm, Diablo is gonna give them a rundown of how to handle weapons, even if there's any experienced ones among them, and she'd be like, "I swear, if you break any of these, okay, hold, give me a second to get the character."
So what I'm hearing
Please
is
do
you're
not-
putting them into gun safety training.
Yes, please, for the love of the traveler, take care of your weapons. Don't beat them up too hard.
One of them immediately drops one.
Yeah.
Or don't. That gives me a reason to do stuff again.
Yeah, I mean, fair. I don't like it when people don't take care of their weapons.
But that's what we have Banshee for, right?
Banshee's not here, you little shit.
Banshee isn't here. You got me and Theo.
You know, that brings up a good question. Where did Banshee go? I'm saying this in
Who
character.
I would assume
really knows.
Diablo knows of Banshee at least.
Banshee.
Every guardian knows who Banshee is.
Fair enough.
He gives you your guns.
Diablo makes her own guns.
I mean, you had to learn from somebody.
She
Yeah,
didn't learn from
yeah,
Banshee.
You had to buy from someone in the beginning.
Yeah.
Okay, fair.
Trust me, every guardian knows who Banshee is.
Fair enough.
You cannot know who he is.
Yeah.
Not.
You cannot not know. Wait, what?
All right,
Not
so
know.
Diablo's giving gun safety training to some of the lesser intelligent folks.
I'm just standing off to the.
Burrows.
I figure I'd be standing
The
there
ones
watching
who are
him.
not. Let's put it more politely. The ones who aren't as familiar with weaponry.
Nah, y'all
Yeah.
just idiots.
Eloquently inclined.
I'm just standing kind of behind them, biting on an apple, as one of them turns as they look to address you, and they're literally pointing the gun next to the people next to them. I just reach out with my hand and put my finger on it and push it back.
Diablo stares at that person who
Yeah.
just did that.
And I'm like, I'm just sitting there, putting my finger, and I whisper in there, "You do that again, she might not be so nice this time." And I just lean back,
And she
take a
just-
bite, and sit back a bit, going, "Nope."
And you see the kid kind of like look wide-eyed and like run off.
He goes to drop the gun and grab it.
drops the gun as he
Grab
runs.
it. I got it.
Oh no, he's holding on for his dear life.
I grab him by the collar. No, sit, stay. Mm-mm. That way. And I point. And I take another bite out of the apple I have.
And so Diablo reiterates the training of do not point your gun at your fellow person except for at the enemy. Know what you're pointing at, blah, 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 blah. The gun typical gun safety training.
I walk by that one and
The
flick
ghost of
him on the head.
Elias just appears next to Uros, pointing a gun at Uros.
DB, make a hologram. Make it look like this.
Alright, I had to mention it because it's just funny.
DB creates an emote.
Yeah. Yeah, don't do this.
Anyways, that's what Diablo's doing.
All right. Theo, what are you doing, buddy?
I guess doing some heavy lifting on stuff that people are trying to build and need supplies for. Well, that's if anyone's still building stuff. That is.
You guys are pretty much the only one building stuff at the moment. Everyone
Well, I mean,
else has just been.
structures-wise.
Yeah. There's still repairs being done on the farmhouse from the attack by the Cabal. But that's just gonna take time. That's just carpentry work.
Well, I guess that. Yeah, I actually don't know what I'm doing now.
Create more guns.
I mean, yeah.
Find more material. Okay.
Production line.
I mean, you can build into the night if you want. You just be skipping a sleep cycle.
He doesn't need to sleep. He's fine.
Or would it be technically a rest cycle? Potato.
Semantics.
Because the thing, I'm not that chatty. Fuck.
You'd literally just make guns then.
Yeah.
All right. So, what would you like to be making through the night?
I'll make some pulse rifle.
Some pulses. Okay. There's enough material still to create a handful of pulse rifles if you'd like. So let's see. Yeesh. It's not too great. So you're able to whip up about 3. Some of the parts that you found, unfortunately, some of the parts weren't very good quality, so you end up having to toss some of them out. So you are able to conjure up enough to whip up 3 pulse rifles.
Yeah, that's better than none.
And that's just gonna kind of be your nightly project. Everyone else, you guys will go to sleep and get some rest for the night. Elias, after your exploration of the Titan facility, you do manage to find some caches of glimmer. And I will tell you that you get 2,900.
Okay. So that just raises me back up. Total of 900. So.
Yep. All right, so you will make your way back to Earth, and
Well, before I go, I ask any of the Guardians that are on Titan there if they would like a ride back to Earth if they don't have their own ships.
Yeah, you want to ride in the party bus?
Many of them did. Well, many of them that were already here were able to board the ships with Zaval to go back to Earth without any issue. The ones that are there are the
security.
ones. Yeah, they're the ones that are staying behind to guard the facility.
Okay. Before I do leave, I would transfer any data of how to get down to the generator the fastest, for them to get down there to do maintenance just in case, and hand that over to them.
Okay. You do hand that information off. That was some general knowledge from people who are familiar with the facilities. So you didn't really like open up a new path per se, but anyone who didn't know how to get down there does now know how to get down there. So you filled in anyone who didn't know. All right. Was there anything else before you depart?
Any familiar faces in the security team?
None that you recognize.
I keep fucking forgetting their name. It's been fucking months since I've brought up his name. Noble and
Oh, Ross.
yeah, Ross. Fucking Ross. I ask anybody if they've heard anything of those two.
Okay. Of the people you ask, no one really has heard anything. They all just kind of shake their head and just like, no, name doesn't ring any bells. Sorry.
Alright, it was worth a shot.
If we do hear anything, we'll pass along that you're looking for him. If we happen to
Alright.
come across him or anything.
Thank you. Get back to my fucking cruiser.
All right. So again, you will make that departure. And let's see how the ship holds up.
Something tells me I'm dead.
Not
The fact
dead,
that he-
but departing Titan does do a little bit of damage to the hull. Some of the structural points on the Cabal cruiser, when it did get hit by the asteroid, did start to buckle a little bit underneath the weight. Doesn't do anything real significant. You're still able to seal that section off and make it through without any problems. Going back through the asteroid field does present you with a couple more scratches onto the hull. Nothing significant, fortunately. And then, now my question is, are you going straight back to the farm and just kind of putting it back where the ship was before? So you'd be entering into atmosphere?
Yeah, in all honesty, because then we can actually do repairs down there.
Okay. So going through atmosphere does end up singeing the armor plating on the cruiser as well. So there is some burn damage to it. But the ship is built for it, so it doesn't take any major structural damage to it, but the outer plating of the hull is a bit singed.
Okay.
So, you managed to get back home with some fair damage to the cruiser itself, but it's not something that couldn't be repaired. So with that, we're actually going to go ahead and wrap up for the night.
I don't even get to reunite with my crew. Fuck.
Well, it's because we're missing like half our people here, and I kind of want...
we could still have a conversation about what happened.
Yeah, but I would
I
kind of
don't
like for
fucking-
everyone else to be here. So
I'm in a hammock
Nah, fuck 'em.
sleeping.
I just go over there with a knife and cut half of it. And just drop him onto the ground.
But yeah, we're gonna wrap up for the night. So
Kinda
this is just a
funny.
nice little one to kind of get us back into the swing of things since we've been kind of off this particular campaign for about a month. So
Yeah.
Month and a half.
yeah, so
It's been a
you
while.
know,
Yes.
unfortunate technical issues, life issues, and everything in between.
Sickness enveloping me.
No more sickness. Bleh.
Gets pneumonia.
Get down with the sickness. Come on, get down.
I
with
thought
the
you said the
sickness.
snickness.
The snickness.
And welcome
Yeah.
to the snickness, boys.
Sleeping, Galaxy. Sleeping, yes. Wait, you actually slept? Oh, I'm jealous. I want to sleep.
We're allowed to do that?
Yeah, I didn't know. We're not all
I'm
exiles here.
hungry. I haven't really been able to eat much yet today, so I'm starving.
Actually,
I'm currently eating.
Oh, shut up.
Of course
you.
you are.
Shut up. All right. Well, okay. So, here, let me flip screens. If anybody's interested in this material, visit Velvet Fang. And they have many other things there. They also have this drive-through RPG, which looks like you can buy some other campaign pieces, like Deck of Possibility Content Compendium, Ultra Beasts, and other monsters, and custom character traits for 5th edition. It's for other things, but you can check that out. But if you want, go to the content. You can download all the manuals for this, and hey, voila, you can play your own sessions of Dungeons and Destiny. Ta-da! So visit Velvet Fang, give them all the credit. We didn't do all this; they did it. Without them, well, it would take a lot more work, kind of like a Transformers.
Why? We
game.
built this from the ground up.
Yeah, no, that's what I did with the Transformer campaign.
Heresy.
To a certain point, with the help of Mercer, Dave, and everybody else.
We didn't have any help with this.
So,
You heretic.
And if you want to catch these past episodes, go to the YouTube channel. In the links, descriptions down below in the Twitch channel, you'll find these other jokers who stream. Their links are down there. They should go directly to the Twitch page. If they don't, you can search their name, find it that way, and I will fix it in the Twitch channel. You can
What's
comment.
a link?
Oh, shut up. But there are links as well in the YouTube for Sort of Bar podcast. So if you want to check them out, they do Transformers content and their own D&D sessions as well there. We are going to pick up our Transformer one next Friday into the new year, the first session in the new year. Oh boy. So
Copy one on y'all.
Yeah.
4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Figure out your time. I don't do math for you. I am not going to do that.
I want to.
See, we've been,
Okay.
been on a hiatus for that campaign too because of the holiday one shot that we did as well.
Yeah, holidays, life, and everything else.
Yeah.
And if anybody has a complaint, you can report it to @bluevisor@comcast.com. That's not an actual email or
5 to
anything.
7 business years.
Yep, 5 to 7 business years. He will respond to you. Be patient. Very patient. Do you jokers want to say
he's just
anything?
gonna show up to your house, jam Silent Bob style, and just knock on your door and then kick you in the nuts.
That too.
And then leave.
Yep. So, do you jokers
Yeah, you
have
were the
anything?
one that said 3 years ago that these guys are a bunch of jagoffs. Really?
I have a complaint about me. What did I do? Visor.
You exist.
They're complaining about me.
I mean, that's your fault.
Yeah, true.
Sorry about it.
Do you guys have anything to plug, or are you gonna do, or does anybody care?
We'll see you next week for Transformers. Get some sleep.
May the calming cold guide your heart.
Remember, alcohol is an answer.
Stay chaotic.
Because remember, alcohol is technically a solution.
You're not my dad. Nice, Galaxy. Oh my God. Yes. welcome to the
Alcohol
ki-
is not the solution. It is a question, and the answer is
No.
yes.
No, alcohol is technically a solution.
We are not chaos. We are contrary to chaos. We are beyond chaos.
Chaos. I'm not gonna even try.
No, we know you did it, Star. So it's okay. Today's your turn.
You have no proof.
I have lots of proof.
Bullshit.
That too.
What?
I have
Also,
lots.
yes.
See. All right, and with mine, as always, wherever you're at in this crazy world, have a good morning, have a good afternoon, and have a good evening. Be safe out there. What she said, because people are crazy. So, yeah. And with that, we're gonna say night, bye, go away, watch this on YouTube. Avidaze, ciao,
See you next
aloha.
year.
Yeah, see you next year. Bye.